rapid technological development, social media has become an indispensable part of everyone's lives, especially students. Instead of viewing social media uh, as a trace or cause of academic distraction, we need to have more objective and open-minded perspective. Therefore, we believe that allowing students to use social media is absolutely necessary because if used correctly, social media is not not to only for entertainment but also useful to help students learn, connect, and develop themselves. From that, we can see the benefits that social media brings. So we agree with the government's opinion should allow students to use social media.
Thank you. Now we state again the motion government should allow students to use social media. For the reform, say that it has many advantages about social media in school. Besides that, use in social media in school, it also has drawbacks that we cannot. Example, it makes them addicted and a student aren't concentrate on studying and will be lazy, etc. Even has much things we cannot tell. So that is the reason for my against it.
In my opinion, social media has a lot of advantages. One of which is improved communication and collaboration. A student can easily stay connected with their friends, their families, and their teachers anywhere by the social media such as Facebook, Yellow, Instagram, and um, and some online platforms make a group project more easily and convenient. And the school can also share the notification and learning materials quickly. And I have a question for your teams. Is social media is harmful? If social media is harmful, why do many teachers use platforms like Facebook groups or YouTube for learning and teaching it to students?
We understand your point, but social media has a negative impact on real communication, especially among students. When they spend too much time chatting online, they gradually talk less with their friends in real life. As a result, they miss the chance to practice important social skills such as starting a conversation, expressing their feelings, or listening to others. Without these real-life interactions, their social skills become weaker. Many students even feel shy or less confident when they have to communicate face-to-face because online communication seems easier and safer. In the long run, this can lead to poor relationships, difficulties in teamwork, and a lack of confidence in school or virtual workplace.
Okay, that is my woman. Means technically I woman. So social media can support learning, improve computer and technology skills for students. In reality, studying in the school not enough, so many parents, students, send students to 2 or 3 extra class after school is cost many times and money, but it would better than if students can use social media. Why? Because social media contains almost endless knowledge. So if government allows students to use social media, students can share and learn from them more about some subjects like math and science. It costs less time and money. What about improve technology and computer skills? So if students can use social media, students can have group homework online. And when students do it, students can learn many new things like how to use new app, like to present like Canva and PowerPoint, design poster, edit image, create a video. So in this agreement is my hope for government allow students use social media to students can develop necessary skills for the future.
Another way to look at this is, do you know, in the age of teenager, about 11 to 18, you can see that your brain will grow bigger and have more wrinkles on the brain too. And when it has wrinkles, it says that the brain will receptive the information about the world. And if we use that for information from social media, we cannot use it for knowledge about the world. Another survey from the BBC, you can see that. Another way you can see from the BBC survey that it shows that the students use social media very frequently, over 18% regularly, with many using it for more than 2 to 5 hours a day. There is a problem of abuse. Even addiction rate is lower than 10% in some studies, affecting mental health, sleep, and study, especially among younger and higher grades from 9 to 12, with mobile phone being the most popular device. And I also have the question for you. That if the government will allow students to use, who will if the government allows students to use, will students fall behind and lack digital skills if they don't use social media? Okay. If government allows students to use social media, do you think that students can fall behind and lack digital skills if they don't use social media?
I think it will not. I think it will not. It will impact to the skill of student, and if you use social media in the right way, it will provide healthy entertainment and reduce stress. A student can relax with educational entertainment content. Proper use of social media helps balance studies and relations. And I have a question for your teams. Does banning social media solve the problem, or does it simply ignore the need for guidance and education?
Studies show that social networks have a significant negative impact on students. With 85% of students saying that social networks waste time and affect their academic performance. 70% feel that their health and intelligence are reduced. And they are tired due to social networks. Furthermore, excessive use of social networks leads to distraction from studying, virtual learning, reducing real-life interaction, risk of addiction, expression, and exposure to false information and fraud. Alarming amount of time spent online. According to a 2022 UNICEF survey and research by the Ministry of Labor, Employment and Social Affairs, Vietnamese teenagers spend an average of 5 to 7 hours a day on social media. And I have a question for you. Many students who use social media still do well academically. So why men?
So here I have two questions for your team. The first one is students can use websites like to manage time for social media, so students can control the time for social media. Why students not use this? The second question for you is, do you think that if government not allow students to use social media, students can secretly use it, and if they're not caught, it will make even more?
Can you speak again the second question?
Do you think that if government not allow students to use social media, students can do it strictly, and if parents not catch them, they will keep doing it even more, and they can control it.
So, okay, first I will answer of the core question. I will answer that your question that the social media will make students involved in many things. And if social media do that, the student will have less focus on brain, and it make them cannot intelligent. And about the biochem question, I will have the survey about that. The alarming amount of time spent online, according to 2022 UNICEF survey and research by the Ministry of Labor, Involves and Social Affairs called Mobilisa. Vietnamese teenagers spend an average of 5 to 7 hours a day on social media.
In my opinion, a complete ban is a risky thing. A student may use social media secretly if it is banned. Allowing access with guidance is more effective than prohibition. Education should prepare students for real digital environments. And I have a question for your teams. Did you think students use social media in in life is why do you think social media can help student learning and reduce stress?
I will answer for your question. That the social media will make students involved in many things, And if social media do that, it will have bring less on red, and it can't make concentrate on studying. In educating children, it's not necessary to bring harm to everyone. Simply demonstrating a significant risk is enough to justify restrictions. If you know from 14 to 15 years old is the age that children need to grow and they need to play sports to increase their knowledge and their knowledge about the world. So you think social media can help it? Yes, the government of Australia also taught it and don't have good news for them. About the survey, we can see that children use social media too much, and this survey, notably in Wales, which showed that very young children to 7 to 11 years old were already using phone and social media regularly. With 43% of year 3 students still are owning smartphones and 2/3 of year 6 students using social media regularly. This is concerning for researchers as it far exceeds the minimum age allowed. The example of that was a survey of BBC News. Social media makes students have less life skills and cannot make friends with other people. So I have a question for you. If the government say allow use, but then doesn't provide their guidance on how to protect oneself on social media, is that any different from allowing cycling on the main road without teaching traffic rules? And another question is, does that allowing make the government responsible for the bad things that can happen to students, or are they simply pushing the responsibility of regulating social media onto parents and students themselves?
So you say social media. If government allows students to use social media without guidance, it will who can control them. So parents students can control them. But how? So parents can control students use social media by checking the phone history active or computer history active. And if students need to use social media, parents can give students a limited time for students to use it. And if students use to a limited time, parents can take the phone and not allow students use social media. If students want to use more, parents can ask why students want to use it, and when it is good for students can give back for students.
So, can you give me any example about your opinion?
So, for example, my friends in our neighborhood use social media very often, and they use many times. So parents of them don't take the phone of them, but students can use social media to draw, make videos, and share ideas online. If students take the phone, students can ask parents to use it, and students can use it when parents allow.
Okay. So if you say social media Many adults believe that social media wastes people's time and leads to less satisfaction in real life. If the government allows students to spend more time on social media, how can it ensure that this doesn't make them lazier in participating in real world activities?
Can you speak the question again and slowly?
Many adults believe that social media wastes people's time and leads to less satisfaction in real life. If the government allows students to spend more time on social media, how can it ensure that this doesn't make them lazier in participating in real world activities?
Waiting for my seat. Um, there are some websites have or apps can negative time for students. If you use it for the limited time, it, it will the social media and you can use it until the tomorrow. It will unlock you.
Speak it again.
Okay, I will support point. So, in social media have many ways and out in marketing time for students for social media. When students use social media until the limit time, students can this app will unlock this website or block the social media until tomorrow.
But I have another opinion about that. Because in social media, it has, you say that it has a website can block it. But I think that this can break easily by teenagers. Because you can also know that the teenager now is so intelligent and they can hack the website for another ways to use it.
So, you say it can break easily. This is a big problem for many websites, but the developer of the websites update such this web, so this web can unlock until tomorrow. Or the student want to log, student must use pay ID, parents, or parents fingerprint to unlock it.
Thank you, opinions. In conclusion, while social media offers certain educational benefits, the risk it poses to students' well-being, academic performance, and long-term development outweigh those advantages. Governments have a responsibility to create safe and focused learning environments and use non-trusted access to social media undermines that goal in increase exposure to cyberbullying, misinformation, addiction, and privacy threats is used. That young people are not fully equipped to navigate by limiting social media use during school years. Governments can protect students' mental health, promote meaningful learning, and ensure that schools remain place of concentration rather than distraction. Responsible regulation is not a denial of freedom, but a necessary step to safeguard future generations.
Okay. In conclusion of my argument, in communication and technology era or in ICT era, government should allow students to use social media because it will develop necessary skills for students in the near future. Social media is not perfect for students, but it will important things for students in the future. Thank you.